Nervous system healing. How do you heal your nervous system? How do you heal the past trauma? How do you recalibrate into a new state of being? That's the topic of today's Soul Sovereignty and Sexuality podcast with myself, Jessica Falcon, international soul embodiment guide and relationship expert. And the nervous system comes up a lot because often when I work with clients, for example, we do deep energetic healing, and that can include past trauma, this life or another. And the nervous system is how we show up in the world. It really does affect how we show up, how much we can handle, how much we can process, how we show up in our relationships, even how we show up sexually. Because if your nervous system is on overload and in overwhelm, then you're not likely going to be able to drop into a sensual embodied state. If your nervous system is freaking out and dysregulated, it's going to be hard not to take things personally. In relationships, it's going to be hard to respond in a centered manner when you're in a triggered state, for example. And that's why tending to your nervous system is so important. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very simple. For example, just placing your hands on your low belly beneath your belly button. You can do it right now. Just placing your hands there and doing some deep belly breaths. Now, I like to breathe into the belly and then let that breath rise up to my heart. So you can even place one hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly, and feel that breath move up into the heart, back down to the belly, up into the heart, and back down to the belly. Just 5 of those deep breaths can really activate that parasympathetic nervous system and bring you into a deeper state of calm. Very simple, very powerful. And when you are in a state of overwhelm with your nervous system, it's really hard to do anything else or receive much else until you start to regulate it through your breath by giving yourself the space you need to process what's coming up. I'm going to talk specifically about how to release the chronic overwhelm, because let's imagine the nervous system like a tube that runs in the center of your body, from your perineum at the base of your body up to the crown of your head. And that tube can be narrow, it can be wide, it can be the size of your body. Okay. Just imagine that there's a tube there. Right now, it's an empty tube, like a straw. It goes up and down. Let's imagine this as the nervous system. This is your central nervous system. This is your central channel. Let's say you have suppressed emotions. Let's say you have unprocessed trauma. Let's say you have all these things coming in at you. Let's say you even have overwhelm inside your nervous system because you're really empathic, but you don't have strong energetic boundaries. And so you're letting it all in and you're getting overwhelmed by the outside world. Or you're very empathic and sensitive and you tend to identify with the emotions of others and take them in unconsciously. That's all going to go into and affect your nervous system. That's also all resolved through really strong energetic and emotional boundaries, which is why I have a new live 7-week immersion coming out called Energetic Sovereignty. So stay tuned for the details on that, or go to thepathtosovereignty.com. Link will also be below. This tube gets all that stuffed into it. And then it gets higher and higher and higher and higher and higher until it just can't hold anymore. It's full. That's overwhelm. It's full. You can't take anymore. No more can come in because there's already too much in there. There's already too much inside. There can be no more input. There's no more room for input. So in order to make room for input, like life happening, maybe a conflict in your relationship, even sensual input, you've got to clear and make space for that. Okay? Now, how do we make space? You have probably heard, if you've been listening to the podcast, that I've been teaching Sacred Body Wisdom workshops around the country. I also have an online version called Sacred Body Wisdom Online Series that is all about how you can move stagnant energy out of your body and suppressed emotions. So if you want to actually embody this and practice this, then check those out. When you start to bring your awareness into the body, because your body contains and is formed by the energy of your soul, and you rest your awareness there, and you create time and space, you bring your breath, your intention, and your attention into the same part of your body. You can start to move energy there. It begins to vibrate, begins to rise to the surface, and it begins to move. Now, sometimes it moves into your conscious awareness. Sometimes it simply moves. And when it moves into your conscious awareness, then your role is to see it and to acknowledge it and to align it to your soul's truth. I talk a lot more about that in the actual Sacred Body Wisdom online series. You can move suppressed emotions by breathing into them as a conscious observer. I've talked about this on the podcast previously. As a conscious observer, you are not it. It is not you. If you attach to it, or identify with it, or judge it, it will not move. We move past trauma by connecting with it, because trauma is disconnection. Trauma is dissociation. We heal through connection. And we heal by bringing our connection to it. We heal by bringing our love to it. The love unites, the heart unites, love unites. And when you bring that heart love energy into your experience, into past trauma, you can heal and transmute it. Only if you're not identifying with it. You can heal and transmute it because you're reconnecting with those parts of you that did not feel safe being here when that trauma occurred. This can, of course, be a journey of healing, which is why someone like myself or a therapist can be a supportive person for you if you have active trauma and you're aware of deep trauma that you want to be supported in resolving within yourself. So I'm giving a simple explanation for the purpose of today's podcast, but know that this can also take time and be a journey. This isn't meant to minimize or diminish any sort of traumatic experience. We heal triggers by looking at them, by seeing them and being an inquiry and curiosity about them. I'm feeling triggered. What is this trigger? We give it time and space. We get really curious. We open our heart to it and we look at the root. You could be triggered by something that happened 20 years ago or 5 minutes ago or 500 lifetimes ago. If it's strong in your energy body and contained within your nervous system, because just think about, the nervous system and the energy body are they travel with us, especially the energy body. And the nervous system is, electric and it travels. So being aware of what is the root of this trigger, what are the ways that maybe I have denied myself. And so I'm being really triggered by this person's behavior because I'm denying my inner knowing that I really shouldn't even be here to begin with. And then you're going to feel triggered. But that trigger is serving you because it's helping you see what you need to see. Just like your emotions are serving you, they're helping you see what you need to see. Even if that is to clear the thought or belief underneath the emotion, it's helping you see what you need to see. This is how we start to clear and unclog this central channel. Okay, so just to recap, you move the stagnant energy by bringing your energy and awareness and intention into your body and allowing it to move and opening your heart to it. You move the suppressed emotions by literally breathing into them, letting them be, letting them course through you, letting them inform you, opening to receive their wisdom. You move the trauma by connecting with those parts of yourself that you disconnected with. You move the triggers by seeing them and acknowledging them and looking at the root of them. You heal your nervous system through self-knowledge. And you align what you discover to your soul's truth. Again, I explain this in a lot more detail in Sacred Body Wisdom, okay, at the Path to Sovereignty, if you really want to start this healing process. And there's another really powerful way that you can start to increase your capacity. And none of it can bypass needing to spend time with your inner self. Okay? Needing to spend time in your body and with yourself. That is so important. But two other keys and tricks. One is that you literally start to imagine the central channel, this tube of your nervous system. And you, one, intend to clear it with light. You flood light through your central channel. And you energetically feel it and see it and intend it to be clearing stagnancy, clearing suppressed energy, clearing and creating space. And as you do this, you can also imagine the nervous system expanding and growing wider, expanding and growing wider. And think about your nervous system. It's electric. Your heart is an electromagnetic field, the largest electromagnetic field of your body. Apparently, according to some, 64 times larger than the electromagnetic field of your mind. I mean, it's amazing. You spend time with your heart and you expand it and you increase its frequency. Guess what transforms your nervous system? Your heart. And the irony / opportunity is that when we experience trauma, we tend to close the heart and shut down. And yet by opening it and feeling what we need to feel and seeing what we need to see and hearing what we need to hear, we can heal it and restore our right relationship to it by coming back into union with ourselves. And as you open your heart to the stagnant energy and the suppressed emotions and the triggers, same thing. Because really what you're doing when you're seeing them is you're opening your heart to them. You're allowing them to be there. You're allowing them to transform through your presence and your awareness and your alignment. As you expand your heart and you attune to the vibration of love, especially if you consciously move this vibration of love into your nervous system, into your body, into your field, then lower vibrations have no choice but to vibrate and move to the surface and dissolve and transmute themselves, because the lower vibrations cannot coexist with the higher vibrations. You get to transform your energy field through the power of love. Yes, it can be that simple. The quote, complicated part is the ego that attaches and identifies and judges. And that's okay. The ego is the part of you that thinks it's just human. And we get to acknowledge that part and align it and integrate it with your divinity, your humanity with your divinity. That's at the core of the work that I do with my clients and in all of my offerings, is to embody your divinity, to merge them into one wholeness. So I invite you to check out the Sacred Body Wisdom series. It actually has this nervous system and heart practice in it, so that you can actually do that, as well as greater teachings on this so you can embody in your life. Be sure to subscribe, comment below, let your friends know if this can benefit them. And I'll see you next week again on the Soul Sovereignty Sexuality Podcast. Lots of love, Jessica Falcon.